Hello and welcome to the first video of my channel. My name is Sahil Darji and I am a computer science major currently in third year of my undergraduate program. And if you have any interest in student life, tech, software engineering, development, or anything like that, computer science, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So in this video, I will be talking about how I got my first internship and I'll be walking through my entire journey from before applying what I did to finally getting that internship offer. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. So I'm currently interning at a company called Radical Eye, and I'm basically on the front end engineer team where I basically work on React, TypeScript, and JavaScript. And the journey so far has been great. My seniors, they keep inspiring me, and whenever I'm stuck, they're always there to help me out. And it has been a great experience, and I feel lucky enough to get into such company on my first internship. So when I was looking forward to internship, I had that thing in mind that I want to do an internship specifically in a tech domain, especially in development, web development, or any certain thing. So I had that thing in mind. Secondly, once I had that thing cleared, I started learning skills for that. I actually tried various options like Android development, machine learning, and everything like that. But I chose like web development was really close to me. I really enjoyed working with React, Node.js and everything. So yeah, I mean, basically, whatever type of internship you want to do, start learning those skills, and those skills are available everywhere, like on the YouTube you see, or on the Udemy. You can learn those skills very easily, and once you have that skills, you can start making projects. So once I learned those skills, while I was learning those skills, I also made some decent projects while learning those skills. So project based learning is a must, and that is what I did. I started making, after learning those skills, I started making some projects. At first I made like really decent projects, and then I started complicating those projects. So projects are good for rather than certification. I wouldn't recommend putting any certification in your resume or anything, because certification, I don't think they play much important role as the projects do. So make sure you have like an intern level kind of projects. I didn't have like good, that crazy projects, but I had good front end projects to get started with in an internship. So once you have your projects with you, once you have your skills, you can start working on your resume. And like there are a lot of things to keep in mind when making your resume. We will go over through that in some other video, but the basic thumb rule I would advise you guys is to make a single page resume rather than a two page or three page resume. The reason for that is we have no experience. We are inside a college, or we don't have any prior experience, and making a two-page resume is a really off for the interviewer or the one who is reviewing your resume, because since you don't have any experience and you're making a two-page resume, that's kind of odd, because even people with a lot of experience have single page resume. So you should kind of follow that kind of style, making a single page resume. Secondly, choose a clean template where everything is visible nicely and the important points are focused, your skills, your projects, so make sure you have one decent template. You can actually choose from overleaf.com, or there is resumemake.io. There are like couple of websites that you can choose the ready-made templates. So that is what I did. I will put a picture over somewhere over here where what my resume looked like, and it's still like that. I have to update that, but you can go with something like this. So once I had my resume in place, I had built it, I was ready to apply. So now applying, I had many different options from where to apply. Either text people on LinkedIn, or go on to sites like Glassdoor, Indeed, AngelList, and sites like etc. So there are tons of options that you can apply from, but I personally chose AngelList because I wanted to start interning in a startup. So I had like proper reasons why you want to intern at startup. There are like many reasons to intern at a startup, because the amount of exposure you get, the amount of thing you learn, so the learning curve is really good, which you won't be seeing in a well established company. Like the impact you create would be much higher in a startup. The initiatives that you have to take, the efforts that you have to do, the things you will be learning, that's really going to be great in a startup rather than a big tech company, or any big company. So it depends, like it's a personal choice actually, where you want to do. But personally, I thought in my interest, a startup would be a good place to start interning at. So I started applying on AngelList. So on AngelList, you can filter out your searches based on your skills or based on whatever roles you're looking for. I wanted to specifically do into web development, and mostly into front end engineering, because that was I was good with, with JavaScript, React, and all that stuff. So I started applying to those places. Now the key to my applying was that I didn't like directly added my resume, wrote something, and applied. No, that you don't have to do. So what I did personally was, I went to when I was applying, I looked at their company's website, what the company is doing. So you want to make sure that you understand what the company is doing, what the problem the company is solving. So this is actually really important before applying, because you have to write a short type of paragraph or something before applying, like why you should be hired, why you are the best fit for the role. So you will get some points when you are going through their website or whatever work they are doing. So similarly, I went through their websites, I saw what they are working in, and I was seeing that how can I help them in this specific role. So this is how you want to customize each and every application that you send to these companies. So make a good kind of I will show some examples of them on the screen, like how you could frame it, right? So there would be some examples coming here, you can check them out. And once you have that, you can apply, attach your resume and apply. But that's not where you want to stop, right? To increase your chances to hear back from the company, you need to take one more step further. So what I did is, on AngelList I could see the companies, the one who is recruiting in the company, or the one who is responsible for your applications. And then so I could see their LinkedIn profiles on that. So what I did is, I went to their LinkedIn, I personally messaged them that I saw I got your profile from AngelList from so and so company, and I'm really interested in this role. I'm really interested in the problem what the company is solving, and I think and I'm looking forward to these opportunities as I have these kind of skill set. So yeah, you have to like write these kind of stuff, send them a good personalized, a professional message. And you have to do this for every company you apply. So don't just apply to one or two companies, keep applying every day, like to maybe 5-10 companies every day. And if you do this, when I actually wasn't doing this before, I just like applied and I was waiting for their response, and that actually doesn't work. You might get a few replies from the company, but that isn't great. So when I started doing this, I started writing personalized like kind of thing, like it just get the feeling of homeliness for them. I hope I'm trying to convince my point. But anyways, when I did this, when I started texting on LinkedIn as well and applied on the AngelList, it just increased my chance of listening back from the company. So I received a lot of replies from many companies, and then it was up to me which where I want to go or where I want to intern. So once I got the response from the company that I'm currently interning at, they didn't directly set up an interview. So this was my interview was not like the traditional like software engineering rounds where you have whiteboarding questions and programming questions like you have to solve using some data structures and algorithms. So mine was a little bit different because I was applying for a specific role in the front end engineering. So my interview was consisted to make a to do kind of website using React and Redux, which was fun. And I was given like 24 hours to build that, and I didn't know Redux actually before. So what I did is, since I had 24 hours, I researched about Redux, how to include Redux in my React application. I saw it and I built it, and it wasn't that complicated. And I submitted my code and my application, like the GitHub repository and everything. And then I was waiting for the response, and I got the response that yes, you are now eligible for interviews. Your interview will be scheduled on so and so days. And that is how my interview was scheduled. So there were two interviews with me. So one interview was with the front end team, which I was going to work with. So there were two guys that were interviewing me. They they were really like friendly, and I really bonded with them well. In the interview, what they asked me is, they went with the basics like HTML and CSS at start with the basics of HTML and CSS. Then they moved on to JavaScript. They asked a lot of questions related to JavaScript. If like, there is var, there is let, there's undefined, there is null. So yes, they like went into the basics. They went into the depth of JavaScript, and they asked really, really good questions. I mean, obviously they had to test me. Then that was the first half of that interview. The second half was of interview was pure React. It was pure React. They went into like everything in React, like states, React lifecycle components, everything in React. Not going into detail, but yes, that was how the interview was structured. So after my first round, I was pretty sure that I would be selected in the next round. I asked them like what would be the next procedure for them. So they told me like they would hear me back. They would get back to me in 1 or 2 days. And so I waited, and I got the response like, your next interview is scheduled on so and so day. It is with the CTO of the company. And I had really doubts, like I was like really like into like ambiguous mode, like what would be this next interview. So they were like pretty helpful in clearing all my doubts. So I asked them like what would the interview be, so I could prepare myself accordingly. So then they said the interview would be consisting of HR plus some technical things as well. So I went to the interview. The interview was with the CTO of the company. He was also really cool. He asked me like design specific questions at first. So it was asking me about what would you, while designing any website, what are the things that you consider before it. He asked me about search engine optimization. So basic like UI related stuff. And then he also kept on asking me some behavioral type of questions like, have you worked in a team before, or what kind of experience do you have, what kind of projects have you built, and that like that. So it was a mix of both technical, not exactly technical, but yeah, mix of both these questions. I was not sure of this interview. I could have done better in this interview, but I did decently okay. And I after this interview, I heard back from the company in like 2-3 days that you have been selected for the internship. This is the day you can join. So yeah, that was like pretty much it. The process seems like complicated, but just go with the flow. It's really simple. At the first, you just have to get your basics right, get your skills, get your resume, get some projects, stuff like that. While applying, keep 2-3 things in mind and just keep applying. So I hope this video helps you in some way or not. But if you really enjoyed the video, please like the video, please subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know any of your interview experiences that you want to share with me. It would be really great. So leave them down in the comment section, and I'll reach out to you. So yeah, that was it. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day.